Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A major development occurred in Israel last night, and that is Iran destroyed, I will show you pictures, the United States of America's embassy in Israel. And why this is a major development, obviously, Donald Trump threatened Iran that if the United States of America is attacked in any shape or form, the all-American military might will go upon Iran. Now, all means entire, full, that's full actually, I will show you the quote. That means nuclear weapons could be used. So, because Iran attacked us as the victims, we will defend ourselves. This is how the story will go in the United States of America. Now, this is the first topic. We're going to go into details. I want to show you pictures of the embassy. And remember, whenever someone draws a line in the sand or issues red lines, and the enemy crosses the red lines or the line in the sand, what are you going to do? Well, you have two options, right? The first one, to fulfill what you said you will do, or not to fulfill. We're going to discuss that in this video. For the first topic. The second one, Israel was attacked again on the 15th to 16th by a major Iranian missile attack, about 100 missiles. Another topic for this video is Iran's intelligence chief was killed in Israel's attack. How is it possible? How is it possible to be just like that? Well, we're going to discuss this in this video. Let's start with the beginning, which is from New Voice of Ukraine, and not only, Iranian missile damages U.S. embassy in Tel Aviv, no injuries. So this is the U.S. embassy in Tel Aviv. Now, take it however you want. This is a no usable building anymore. U.S. embassy in Tel Aviv was damaged in an Iranian missile strike. U.S. Ambassador Mike Huckabee, this is a guy, said in a post on X on June 16th. According to Huckabee, a missile landed near the embassy building, but no staff were injured. The U.S. embassy and consulate in Israel will remain officially closed today as shelter-in-place orders are still in effect. All right, here it is nearby, right? Nearby. That it doesn't seem hit over there. This seems hit. So where's the nearby thing? I think this was targeted, but anyway. All right, and it says here, footage posted online shows the aftermath of the strike, including shattered windows near the embassy. Iran launched, pop. Let's go to the next one, the Telegraph. U.S. embassy in Israel damaged by Iranian strikes. Now this is what? I mean, how would you rate this? Anyway, so an Iranian missile has damaged the American embassy in Israel, according to reports this morning. They don't want to make it like it hit it. It just damaged it. Why? Because we have this guy right here. Full strength and might. Donald Trump warns Iran against attacking U.S. So this is from the Friends of USA Today. And I made a video yesterday, right here, where I said, Trump threatens to nuke Iran and end war. So the reason why I named this one on a thumbnail, Trump threatens to nuke, is because he said right here, and words have meaning, right? And I'm quoting Trump, if we are attacked in any way, shape or form by Iran embassy, the full strength, including nuclear weapons, and might of the US armed forces will come down on you at levels never seen before. Got it? So when you say the full strength and might, I don't have to go now to the diagram examples from the second grade, as I was. This is one group and this is another group. If this group doesn't touch that, this is independent, it's all group is here, but no group from here is here. No members of this group are here because it's all of them are here. That means all of them. If you intersect them in the middle, there will be something, but here, those diagram examples, the same here. When I say all, I will give you the entire wealth. That means the entire wealth. I'm not going to give you partial. That's a word that changes the whole wealth that you might get from me. Okay, and I'm going to show you the article so you don't think I'm just BSing here. So, as I said, USA Today, and this is the quote again. Full strength and might could be used against the Middle Eastern nation. If Iran, God damn it, President Donald Trump warned Iran not to strike any US targets. Okay, any. This is one of the any. So, if we are attacked in any way, shape or form by Iran, the full strength and might of the Papa, we already know that one. So, let's discuss that. So right now, the red line was crossed. What will Donald Trump do? He has two options. To fulfill what he said or look like a bluffer that he is. And the problem is people know that he is a bluffer. So what do you think he's going to do? He's going to continue what he has been doing, which is supporting and arming and intelligence and organizing and planning with those guys against Iran, obviously. And then what? Probably they'll escalate. Probably Donald Trump will say, see, we've been attacked. I told them not to do that. Only I can punch people. People cannot punch me back. Now, if they punch me back, I will respond in self-defense. Because, you know, the bully boy always is challenged by weaker guys. Have you seen that in high school, for instance? I'm pretty sure all of you have been in high school. If you were a bully boy, or if you were, in the high school, you remember the bully boy was always avoided by everybody else, unless there was a strong enough guy who wanted to up the bully boy. But that's a different story. It didn't happen so far in that planet. Wait, that's the globe over there. Because nobody wants to deal with the bully boy. Bully boy is drunk. So when the bully boy is drunk, he's not reasonable. Bully boys are reasonable, but their reason is based on smack back. Now the bully boy is smacked back. What do you think bully boy will do? Show the rest of the world that he's a bully boy but he's weak, and then everybody else will see that? I think they already saw that in Ukraine. So nevertheless, the options are to do something or to attack Iran. What do you think Donald Trump will do? I think Donald Trump will strike Iran at one point as a defense, or will leave this one as a it was just they didn't actually strike at us, they struck over there. That means the red line is here, but I'm gonna push it a little bit here, push it a little bit here, closer to me. Why? Because I chicken out. I mean, you want a war with Iran? Some people do. And how can you win a war with Iran? Nuclear weapons. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of casualties on both sides. So that's the first topic. Let's go to the second one. This comes from International Business Times. And it's Israel hits Tel Aviv after overnight Israel strikes on Tehran. This is from the 16th of June, 2025. So again, Iran struck Tel Aviv and Haifa with about 100 missiles. The Iron Dome took a shit again, like normal. My friends, it's a lot of propaganda and exaggerations. You want to show the enemies how strong you are, but you are never as strong as you show, as you say you are. So whomever believes in that Iron Dome being impenetrable, or I don't know, the Americans, Patriot, or the Russian S-400, it's not like that. I mean, it's not. Cut about, I don't know, between a third and a quarter out of what they say, and probably that's the reality. When they tell you all those missiles or the laser things, yeah, the laser things is gonna kill a dove while the dove is flying, but not an airplane. Can you imagine how much heat you need to do that? I mean, really, but the same thing as they remember September 11 with those just falling like that. Oh, it's just natural collapse of a building. The same here. Yeah, the steel beams melted at open fire. I mean, really, the laws of physics and chemicals don't change their nature based on our truth. So again, those beams in the Twin Towers just melted. I think they melt like about 1,500 Fahrenheit, but you can't do it in real unless it's a controlled fire with a lot of oxygen in it and you increase the temperature. Outside, if you put those beams over there, not gonna melt. But anyway, this is a fact. This is a fact. But hey, the wind blew, and when the wind blew over there, the steel beams of the Twin Towers melt. Jesus fucking Christ. And people are required to believe that this is our government. Anyway, so let's go to this successful strike conducted by the Israelis. The Telegraph. This is at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. yesterday. Iran's intelligence chief killed in Israel strike. And supposedly the Israelis use the telephone communication to target these guys. I don't believe that. These guys cannot be that baboonish. Mohammad Kazemi, the head of intelligence of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Iran's intelligence chief, has been killed in an Israeli strike on Tehran on Sunday. This guy, the head of the intelligence pub, was killed alongside Hassan Mohakiki, his deputy, and Mospa Pupup, a third intelligence officer, during an attack on the capital. Benjamin Netanyahu, don't trust anything this guy says, announced the death in an interview with Fox News, saying, "Moments ago, I can tell you we got their chief intelligence officer and his deputy in Tehran." His claim were confirmed by Iranian state media a short while later. All right, so my friends, let them eat cake. It's not our cake. That's their cake. The problem is they are at it partly because of us. The Brits baked that cake in First World War, Balfour Declaration. That's when they started baking that cake. They didn't have to. And then we baked it after the Second World War. And then in 1948, the bake was caked. The cake was baked. It was finished, 1948. And in 1948, the ethnic cleansing started. You know what I'm talking about? All right. And then those guys attacked, and all of a sudden, we are defending ourselves, and so on. That's where it started. That's the root cause. What are you going to do about it? Well, you can't just form something on someone else's property, can you? They could. They did it. But if someone else tries, no, you can't do. No. Even if you hold referenda. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I'm curious to see how Trump will skirt around that our asset was damaged. He's going to say it was not directly damaged. Now, probably if it would have been damaged, struck directly with a missile, he would say, well, the missile was small, actually. It was not a big, we don't care. It was just a teeny, mini, mama. I mean, even if that would have been flattened, would say that an earthquake happened on Tel Aviv yesterday or something. I don't think he will do that. He will attack Iran, though. If he attacks Iran, then Iran is going to start the big guns. The Americans will escalate. And who's going to win? None of us. Only the guys who are waiting for the second coming will win. The guys who think that this is Armageddon, the end of the world, the second coming. They're the only ones that are happy, actually, meeting their whatever. But for the rest of us, no. And for what? And for whom? For a piece of... Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.